Starting your fitness journey can be such a scary thing, very intimidating and nerve-wracking. Once you start going consistently and you start pushing yourself, your life is just going to change for the better. We tend to overcomplicate things, just overthink about every single possible situation. At least I know I do. If you're a little bit like me, it helps if you feel prepared and you know exactly what you're doing. I was once so disgusted with myself, not being able to see myself in a mirror or a picture without first thought being, ew, why do I look like that? That's not a good way to feel. You just mentally beat yourself up and make yourself feel worthless when you're so much more than your looks, so much more than your weight. I'm here to help you out a little bit so when you walk in, you know that you're there for yourself, that you're there for a reason, and that you are changing each and every day the more that you put work into yourself. But the very first step is just to start moving your body. Super simple. It doesn't mean going to get a gym membership right away if that's not something that you can afford at the moment. Work with what you have and don't be scared to start if you don't have a gym membership or you don't have access to weights, because you don't need anything to start. If you get that burst of motivation, go outside, go for a walk, look up a workout video and follow along on your phone, on your TV, do a dance workout. There's so much out there you can start doing today, immediately right now, so you can feel better. Because I know that feeling when you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it never happens. And then you start thinking again in your head and you're like, okay, let's do it, let's get this going. And you have that motivation right there and then, no matter what time it is, even if it's like 3 in the morning, get up and just move your body for 10 minutes because you just gotta start somewhere. I would definitely recommend planning out your week ahead of workouts, whether that be in the gym or at your house, a little mixture of both, it really doesn't matter. I love to feel prepared so I know exactly what energy to focus on, what body parts I'm gonna be moving, and getting myself ready for that workout because it's something that I definitely enjoy now and it helps me get excited for the next session. Sit down with yourself and see what days you have time for yourself so you can actually get it done. Because when we start going off the excuses in our head saying, oh, I don't have time today, I have to go do this. Oh, I don't have time, I have to go to work. Although that might be true for a lot of us, I promise you, you can find a little bit of time for yourself to show up for you and get this done for yourself, because I know how badly you want to achieve your goals and how badly you want that weight to come off. It doesn't have to be long workouts. It doesn't have to be something that you don't enjoy doing. There are tons of forms of workouts out there nowadays where you can choose the intensity that you like, because we all start somewhere and we're not able to do a certain exercise properly until we practice it. A good efficient workout does not have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be even 30 minutes. You can find a YouTube video that's just 15 minutes, 20 minutes. There's so much out there that you can follow along with and actually feel like you had a great workout. I would do 15-minute Pilates workouts all the time when I didn't feel like going to the gym, when I didn't have access to go. For me to have stayed consistent, I noticed that I definitely needed a plan ahead, that I just feel most comfortable when I have a weekly plan and I know what I'm doing each and every day, you know, and giving myself room to switch things around if I have to, if one day I'm feeling this and the other I'm not. And I know it's not possible for everyone to go whenever they please or get the most workouts in throughout the week, but that's okay. And everyone's plan is different, and you don't have to work out 6 days a week. You don't have to work out every single day of the week. Start with one day. I would constantly be looking at videos on how to lose weight fast, trying to find a fix overnight. Certain things would pop up, spring break, summer, and a week or two before, my mind would start going crazy. I would start beating myself up every single time because I had a goal to be a certain way by that time and I never achieved it just because I went about it the wrong way. But it isn't a simple fix. It takes trial and error. It takes time and effort. Practice patience in this new journey that you're starting. It's not something that magically happens. You have to give yourself time, put work in for yourself. That's the only way you're going to see results, if you stick with it. We think that we start working out and we're going to see results in a week or two. It doesn't happen like that. You won't look any different in a week to a month, but in that time, you will feel so much different. You'll feel better instantly. You're gonna have more energy. You're gonna be wanting to move your body more. You're gonna have motivation to do more things, be more productive in your life. And that's what keeps you going. The feeling that you're doing something right, the feeling that you accomplished something that you've finally been wanting to try. And after a month being consistent, after 2, that's when you're going to start to see and notice yourself feeling different. Because there's small changes at first, but you will notice them. And so will other people once you continue sticking with your plan. If you tend to give up easily, take progress pictures. Take a picture of what you look like right now, no matter how vulnerable you feel, because that's only for you. I remember when I took my picture and just looking at my face and how I was looking at my body, to the pictures I take now and how I'm confident and feel good in my own skin. It really does feel so good to look back on those pictures and realize that my life is so much different now, that my mindset is better, my eating habits have gotten better, and they're not perfect, but I try, and I'm mindful of what I'm putting in my body now. You're gonna need to have your own back. You're gonna have to show up for yourself on those days that you don't feel like you can do it. Because we get in our heads a lot and we overthink things and we tell ourselves we can't do it, let's just not go. Do it for yourself and be your biggest supporter every step of the way. You can't always rely on motivation because that soon starts to die away. And unfortunately, it does go away completely sometimes. It comes back and forth, and there's a lot of ways to build that motivation back up. Don't make your gym experience a negative thing. Don't beat yourself up if you miss a day, a week, a month, because you can always start back up again. And give yourself that time to rest your body and that time to recharge your mind, because we go through a lot and you never know when something unexpected is going to come out of nowhere. And it's okay if you miss the gym due to being sick or something bigger than that, because the gym's going to be there at the end of the day. Some days our minds aren't there and we're just in our heads way too much to get anything done. And I know because I've been there. I've tried to go to the gym when I just wasn't feeling okay, and it doesn't work out. You're too in your head. And even though I just said it's okay to skip the gym sometimes, it definitely is. That's always okay to do. But just know when you can differentiate not feeling well or just simply not feeling like going, because there's definitely a difference, and you just gotta listen to your body and listen to your mind to figure that out. You have to build discipline. It's easy to say, oh, I don't feel like going today, so I'm just not gonna go. I'll go tomorrow, or I'll make up for it sometime this week. Sometimes that's what we have to do, and sometimes that's what we actually do. And time goes by and we regret that decision. Our goal to have a certain body by a certain time doesn't come true, and we just beat ourselves up and say, why didn't I go? Why didn't I just go? Because now I have to start over. Every single one of us has a spot in the gym. Don't let that stop you from trying new machines or going to a crowded area because you're intimidated by the people around. Yeah, there's been people that have been going there for years, but you know what? They first started somewhere too. And I know in my experience, I definitely built up a lot of gym anxiety, which caused me so much stress and so much discomfort in the gym, where I would skip days. I would simply go home just because I was not mentally there. And if you want to learn how to overcome gym anxiety, I can show you my other video. You have to unlearn all those habits and stop thinking those thoughts. Just simply let them pass without giving them a second chance. If we're in our heads and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this wrong, okay, find out how to do it right. Practice how to do it right. Look up a video on form. Study the form, because form is super, super important. I would definitely recommend studying the form and practicing it out yourself before getting started. When you add weight to that and you're doing it wrong, you have the chance to hurt yourself. And we really don't want to injure ourselves, because we just won't be able to go to the gym. But also, don't beat yourself up if your form doesn't feel perfect right away. Everything takes practice, and you have to feel the movement. You have to know what's wrong and what's right. At first, you're not going to notice that it feels wrong. You're going to think that you're doing it right. Try out the workouts, try out the form. You'll get it down, and it'll feel so easy to you once you start practicing. Your nutrition is going to be far more important than how much work you put in at the gym. You can work so hard to put off the weight, but if you're not eating the proper nutrients or eating enough protein, getting in enough calories, or just eating too many empty calories, you're definitely just going to keep on putting on the weight. And I know because I've been there, And I continue to be there sometimes because we aren't here to take away our favorite foods and to not enjoy eating. Eat everything that you want to eat in moderation, because that's the only way that you're going to be happy with this new lifestyle that you have. It's okay to enjoy your favorite foods, your favorite drinks. It's okay to have balance in your life. We're here to continue this for the rest of our lives, not to do it for a little bit and then get so sick and tired of the routine that we've not allowed ourselves to have fun. Know that every single one of you can achieve the body that you want, the health that you want. It's time to finally step into our power and stop letting other things control our happiness, because we have control of our actions and what we do day to day. Let's learn healthy habits so we can just build a better foundation and truly learn to love ourselves confidently and unconditionally. My name is Ariana, and it's taken me so long to finally achieve the body that I feel comfortable in. And I feel confident more than I ever have before. Here's how I can help you achieve that same confidence.